again, the 9-word email so that we make money every 90 days. We are now going to find your 9-word email template that I've made for you. And what we're going to do, what are we going to do with a template I've made for you? We need to do some edits on it. We're going to basically make sure that the version I've made you now has your call to action on the bottom and has your footer on the bottom. This is the only main edit we need to do to this email. We're then going to, guess what, go to a workflow that I've made for you, and we're going to turn it on so that in 90 days time, this bad boy starts going out. Yeah. So follow along, please. We are going to click on our email templates. So marketing and emails, go to emails, and in the search bar, just type in 90 in the search bar, and you will find the 90-day sales activation email that I created for you. Oh, love your tech. You are going to actually edit this as your own. Click on it. Let's click on the 90-day email. Now, let me first explain what you've got in here. Now, you'll see I've made a note for you in this. Do you want to have a call to action section in an email that is basically a call to action anyway? Only you're going to decide that. You may want it, you may not want it, but I want you to practice right now. You are going to simply change that one line email that I've written for you. Hey, contact first name, are you still thinking about, and then the result that you provide. And you want this to be, remember, you don't have to make it 9 words. There's no 9-word police. As long as it's roughly no more than one sentence. It must be one line, one sentence. You're just going to delete my whole yellow bit and the brackets around it, and then put in whatever it is that you do. With me, in my call to action section, I personally ensure that all of the things that people can get from me, from my cheapest thing to my most expensive thing, are linked in there. Remember, this is going to be seen every single time you send an email. Eventually, it's going to lead to people going, I'm just going to do it now. And you've made it easy because the link's there. Okay, have you all done your one sentence? Yes? Now, you're going to press Save Template. So everyone press Save Template. So what we're doing now is we're actually creating a 90-day reactivation sales sequence. This email, we're going to create an automation right now. This is going to send to your list every 90 days. Automatic. What we're doing now is we are creating what's called a 90-day sales reactivation sequence. This is where we're going to now make sure that from this point onwards, forevermore, every 90 days, we're going to send out the 9-word email or the 1-sentence email that's going to say, hey, contact, are you still thinking about? And then the result that you provide. So what we're doing now is we're actually creating that email that's going to go out every 90 days. And we're also right now going to make this sexy automation. When you start getting used to making automations, this will become one of the most sexual things you can ever see. This is where you will realize that this little bunch of boxes here, these 4 squares, are potentially going to make you millions of dollars for doing nothing other than probably the next 10, 15 minutes. How hot is that? Is that sexy now? Oh, she's sexy now. The workflow is good too. Right, so what we're going to do, we have now, you should have written your one line. You should have swapped my footer for your footer, my call to action section for your call to action section. Have we all done that? Now press Save Template. Don't do anything else. Everyone there? Yes. Now we're going to go to the workflow you see on your screen here that I've made for you. And it's already in your account. Way good hearing it. So please now, where do we find workflow on the main menu? Automated workflows. So let's go to automated workflows. And your search bar in workflows, what do you think I might have called the 90-day sequence? Oh, so good hearing it. So type in your search bar, because now we're in workflows, you're going to find your 90-day sales reactivation sequence. Click on it and open it. And you should have, oh, look how pretty she is. What does this mean? So what you've got on your screen here is, what's our trigger? Going to fire this off is whenever you have a new contact on your mailing list, i.e. a contact that has the tag mailing list. In fact, I want you to click it to have a little look. Everyone click on your trigger. Fire your triggers, baby. Can you see here what our trigger is? We're set to the system when there is a new contact that has the tag mailing list, add them to this workflow. So what's going to happen, guys, is you're not going to get your entire mailing list to get this same email on exactly the same day every 90 days. Because I join your mailing list today. In 90 days from today, I will get the email. Then Alison's going to come along. She might join your mailing list tomorrow. So now she gets her 90-day email tomorrow on 91 days time. See what's happening? This starts filtering every 90 days for each individual contact that joins your list. So when you've got a list of thousands and thousands, you might find that you've got people dripping through this, like every single day, there's different people getting this message. So don't change what I've done there for you. You can just press cancel because we're not touching it. I've done the trigger for you. What else is happening here? What's happening here now if we scroll down a tiny bit? So someone's joined your list. Yay, new contact. And then what happens is we say to the system, wait for 90 days. Don't do anything. And it's going to wait for exactly 90 days for that person who joined your list. And then bam, they get your 9-word email. And then look at this. It's called a go-to action. And then they go, oh, wait for another 90 days. Bam, send them the 90-day sequence. Yay. Wait. And it just keeps going round and round and round while you're drinking pina coladas. Yay! You see how else you might use this. Let me just start sprinkling some seeds that's going to make some of your brains blow out. Who here is planning on running a membership? Absolutely. So every month, maybe you've got a new workshop, maybe you're running a webinar, maybe you've got some special coaching call that your members are doing. So you can use this go-to action, one of my favorite actions in the whole entire world. Because all I do for my membership is I have an email here called upcoming events, and it just lists all of the upcoming events. And then I simply go to, and this says wait for 30 days, and then they get the upcoming events email. Don't forget to log into your portal, check the Q&A call section, check the live call section. Here's the calendar. My update is my calendar, the digital calendar, so that you know what call's coming up this month. And I don't put the name of the month. I literally write the word this month. Why? Because I wrote the email last year and I don't touch it for another year. Now what happens is everyone who joins my membership waits for 30 days and then it sends them here's the events coming up this month email, and then they just wait for 30 days and it sends again. So those of you who think that I'm sat there sending out an email every 30 days, no. Right, so cool, love it. Woohoo. So what you're going to do is you are going to change the template email that I've made for you to your 90-day email you've just made. So what you're going to do is click on the email section, and it's going to bring up an area that you're going to edit. Let's just scroll up to the top of this section. Just on this top bit, please change this. Action name, by the way, leave that as it is. Action name is your admin. This just tells you what it's called. That action name is just what you see on this square to tell you what's happening here. So just leave action name. You don't need to change that at all. The from name should be location_owner.firstname. Have you all got that in there? Leave it at that. What's that? It's your name. This is the name that you have in the system. Again, this increases your deliverability rate. When the name that matches the account that matches the domain owner that's sending emails from, it again increases your deliverability rate because everything behind the scenes is matching. Location owner's fine. That would be, yeah, that's absolutely fine. From email, you should have location.email. Yes? This is the email address that owns your domain or owns your account. This is the business address that's inside your business settings. Now, if you're sending this from something@gmail.com and your actual business domain is .com, your emails will bounce. So this needs to always be location.email. Okay, it's the email that is your sending domain. Leave it as that. Subject line, you might just want to keep that. You may want to delete the ... and put your 9-word email as the subject line. So I put mine as, are you still thinking about creating an online course? But you can also leave ... if you want to increase curiosity and clicks. Yes, you can. So imagine if you wanted to say, Are you still thinking about creating an online course, Sarah? You can actually put the person's name automatically in the subject line. How do you do that? You simply click that little tag icon. So here's your subject line. Oh, that's working. Let me do that in a second. Are you still thinking about whatever you want to type? Tag, contact, first name. Tag, contact, first name. And that will put the contact's first name in the subject. If you're happy with that, you press Save Action. And what do we also press at the top? Save, 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 save. Has everyone done their email? Should have, because it basically did it for you. You're going to press save on your email and save on your workflow. And I want you all to hover your mouse over the publish button. All do it now. We're going to do it together. We're all going to press it together. In 3, 2, 1, flash. And press, yeah. Everyone done that? Congratulations. You now have an activated 90-day compliant email sales sequence. Yeah, that's done forever done. You never ever have to do that again. Your sales are now working for you on autopilot. How good is that?